Hey everybody, it's Kyle again. Today we are going to look at teams, the different options in teams, kind of an overview of what teams can do, and a couple things you might not know how to do in teams. So we'll start with actual teams in teams. The program is named Teams, but there are teams inside of it. It's one of the functions of it. It also has chat. And so, in a team that you may be in, you'll see different topics or posts. These posts are much like you would see on Facebook or any social media, or it's like Twitter, where there's a single post, someone posts, and then there's replies that go inside of that topic or post. You can see here, there's a couple posts that have already been in here for a while. The initial person posts it, and then below it, you will see the responses. They've changed teams to make it more easier to tell the difference between creating a new conversation, they call it, or topic, rather than replying. And so it's easy to tell which one you're doing now. So you can see this new conversation button. That will allow you to create a new post here or a new thread that people can reply to. Now, if you just post something in there without tagging someone or the whole team, then there's not a good chance they're going to see it unless they're checking that channel frequently, which most people are not. So, in order to make sure that you want everyone in this team that's in here right now to see this message we're about to create, you need to tag them. And to do that, you first type the @ symbol and then start typing the name of the team. You can see all I had to do is type T, and already it says, oh, of course you mean you want to tag Teams Training, which is the name of this team that we're in right now. You can just click on it, and then give yourself a space there. And you can see it's in purple, which means that it's been tagged. And now you can type your message. So you can put just this message in here. Obviously, I'm saying that there's a document they need to check out, so I should probably attach one. You can click the little paperclip button here, and you got a couple different options. If you're saving everything to OneDrive, which you should be, then you just need to click OneDrive. Don't click Upload from my computer. Even though technically the OneDrive files are on your computer, it will actually break it if you try to do it from here and then try to click OneDrive like this. If you do that, it will break the permissions on it. It won't work. So if you want something to be sent from your OneDrive, just click OneDrive. And that will give you the list of things that are in your OneDrive. And then you select which file you want and upload a copy. And you have to wait for it to upload. Once that green line disappears, it means it's done, and you can send it. And this way it's all in one message with the file and what you need. So you can see there, now everyone's been tagged in the team and has been notified. And whenever you get tagged in a team, you will see a notification icon over here over activity. It'll be a little red 1. And if you click on, now I'm the one who created this post, so I didn't get a notification. But Kyle Wood on his account certainly has a notification waiting for him. And if you click on the activity feed here, you'll see the list of things that have been recently, it's like a notification on your phone. Like for iPhone, you have the notifications come at the top. You have notifications that you're getting a new email or a new whatever. And same thing with like Android phones as well. And if you have Teams on your phone, you will also get the notification on there as well. So you can click on the things that you've been notified for, and it'll take you directly to whatever it is, whether it's a chat or a Teams message. So let's go back to the team. And if you wanted to reply to this, so let's say, I needed to add something to this. Instead of creating a new post about this post, just reply to it the same thread, same conversation. Sorry, I'm interchanging words, but they all mean the same thing. There's just different words for it, and I'm trying to use as many as possible so you can understand kind of the concept behind it. If you don't understand one, you might understand the other. So we can put a different message here if we wanted to add something to this. We forgot something, or you wanted to highlight something like don't forget. Um, don't well, I can't type. Don't forget to do step 3. It's important to X. And if you put that on the thread here, the conversation, it'll immediately notify everyone that's been tagged in here. So, which means this whole team that we're in, the team's training. So it's another way to just kind of add to what you wanted to say instead of going, oh crap, I need to make a new conversation because I forgot to add something. Well, you don't need to do that. All you need to do is reply to that same topic, and it'll allow you to notify them again with another message about whatever you need to say. So that's kind of in general how you look at Teams posts. We can also look at Teams files, and that will allow you to see which files have been shared inside this team and inside this channel. So that's another thing that we have to look at is what channel you're in. Now currently there's only one channel in this team's trainings team, and it's the general channel is the default channel. And if there's more than one channel, you're going to see different messages in here. You're also going to see different files. So you have to be aware of when you're in this team. And you can see here I just collapse that up, and then I can collapse that down. So that's important to note is which channel you're in, because that will show you different things. And for instance, there's the HR team, which has a lot of channels for different files, and the community managers team, I believe, only has one channel right now, but that probably will change in the future. So if you wanted to look at the files in total without the posts and comments, you go to this files tab up here, and that will show you who's modified it and when, and the name of the document. And you can click on these to open them up right away in Teams. As I said in the OneDrive video, you can open it up here, which will give you basic editing. It'll also give you just kind of a basic viewing of it. If you wanted to really quick, I need to edit this, or I just need to look at it, just click on it. But if you need to do anything more intensive, or you're really going to be sitting down editing this document, I'd recommend opening it up inside of the actual full program. So to do that, there's a couple different ways. You can do this, or click on the 3 little ellipses here and click open, and then click open in the app. Or you can click on it and then go here, the top, and then open in the app. And that will open it up inside Word because it's a Word document. Now, some files you can't actually edit inside Teams or even open inside Teams. PDFs you cannot edit inside Teams. You can view them, but you cannot edit them. You have to open up Adobe to do that. So that kind of gives you an overview of the files. We went over files in OneDrive sharing a little bit in a different video. So if you want to look at that, I believe it's called OneDrive File Sharing 101. And that will give you some more information about how to share files. And the file sharing is the same for Teams and OneDrive as far as the version history and all of that. And so let's go to chats. So chats will give you a one-to-one or a group option to send messages to each other. And that will be very handy for most of your communications that you're doing, because it's going to allow you to have like text message like conversations with anyone in the company, which sometimes is better depending on what you're talking about than email is. And you can create your own groups, you can name your own groups, and most cases, especially with the smaller groups we have, it's better than conversing in Teams, unless you need to reach a large group of people, like say community managers. So we'll take a look at how this works. Right now I've got one chat open with myself in a different account. And you can look at the files here, just like you can look at the files in Teams. And you can start a call with this person, which is just an audio call if you look at the phone symbol here, or you can start a video call, which with the camera symbol up here, or you can just go straight to screen sharing. If you wanted to share your screen, you could do that. Now, these are options you can change in the middle of the call. There's no need for you to have to worry about picking the right one at the start because you can always change it. So let's take a look at adding someone into this group. So if you click the Add People button here, we can add someone. Now this Ace Leeserman is the the default account we've used for a couple different testing things. And so if you just type their name, they'll pop up immediately. And now there are some people with 2 accounts, so you'll have to be aware of which person that you're adding. So let's click on that, and then click Add. And now we've started a draft conversation. And this draft conversation has not yet been sent. This group has not been created. And you can see how when I did it in here, it actually created a new little chat window because it's a whole different chat than this one with Kyle Wood. Remember, I'm not Kyle Wood in this scenario. I am Ascension Training. So it's me, Ascension Training, Ace, and Kyle in the chat. And as soon as you send a message, it actually starts the chat. So you can see now it's been created because it is added. I have added Ace Leeserman and Kyle Wood to the chat. Now up here you'll also see the people that are in the chat. You'll see this little group chat, name group chat pencil. If you click on that, then you can change the name of it, which I really recommend when you have these chats because it lets you keep track of them, and you don't have to keep creating the same chats over and over and over again if you're talking with the same people about the same topic. So let's just call this one training. So you can see here it tells me that I've changed the group to training. And then you also notice over here on the left side that this is now what the chat's called. It's now called training. And that allows you to really be able to tell the difference between these different chats. And if you go over here to the top right, you'll see this little person, the people icon with the plus symbol and the number. That tells you how many people are in this chat. If you click on it, it gives you the list of the people that are in the chat. You can add people from here, and you can also leave the chat yourself. If you add someone, it gives you the option to not include chat history or to include chat history for a number of days or include all the chat history, which could be important if you want to keep the chat history intact. You don't want to create a whole new chat because someone else is joining and you don't want them to see, for whatever reason, the past history. All you have to do is just choose one of these appropriate options and you'll be able to keep the same chat and not have to worry about them seeing stuff they're not supposed to see. That's pretty handy. So you go to the left side here, you can see if I right click on the chat itself, there's a number of options here. You can mute it, which means you won't get any more notifications. You can mark it as unread to make sure that you look at it when you need to again, which will make it bold and give you the little notification icon here. And of course, as soon as you click on it, it'll go away, just like you do for Outlook. You can pin it, which will put it into another category entirely on the chat. And that will allow you to be able to keep it at the top of your chat list without any new messages coming in from anyone else that may affect it. Good for managing it. And you can also pop the chat out, which will allow you to be able to multitask with different chats at the same time without having to flick back between different ones. So, for instance, let's say I'm talking in training, and also, by the way, there's a pop-out symbol when you mouse over it. That's what this little thing is. So it allows you to do it easily. Let's say I need to be talking in training, and also I need to be talking to Rusty too, separately. Right? So I can have these boxes open at the same time and talk to both people without having to go do a bunch of clicking to get all these windows open. And you can close those too, no worries. So that's a basic overview of Teams Chat and Teams. Thank you.